Well, with every game that goes by, the picture becomes that little bit clearer. Another practice run under the belt, another qualifying lap, all in a bid to ensure that it will be their name on the exclusive grid. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We are just getting started. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Stood up well to him there. Space for him to turn and look. Flings in across. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now, can they get him away? And he was quick to react. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, here's someone I really like the look of in Ruben Dias. A proper defender. Someone who does the simple things well. Very well, in fact, and he rarely makes mistakes. A bit of a throwback to some of the defenders I played with back in the day. A good leader too.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, strongly challenged there. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. That has ended up in no man's land. Bruno Fernandes. No, he's not going to get any further than that. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely spread. He'll try from distance! They want to be quick to recover this. That's a nice... He's rising! He will be livid with himself. Nuno Mendes. Portugal still without a single shot on target. Bruno Fernandes. No, he's not getting past him there. Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes. And it's lofted through here. Bruno Fernandes. Now João Neves. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And that's going wide left. Oh, he's played. Shot a goal! No, just not quite. And now they can spring out of defence. Ruben Dias. Aimed beyond the defence. Ruben Neves gets a foot in here. Looking for a runner. Neatly clipped into space. No, that's been intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. And the return pass. Uzbekistan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Played into space. Pass is just off target. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. Well, that has not gone well. Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
João Neves. Ruben Neves. Now this could be a chance. Great vision. And that has been knocked clear. Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, that pass isn't the best. So, a temporary halt to the action. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Portugal really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Can he get on the end of this? Look at the space here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And it's Ruben Neves. And he's intervened well there. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Bernardo Silva. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot.
The attendance for this match.
That's an imaginative pass. Nuno Mendes being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. João Neves. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mendes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Ruben Neves. Bernardo Silva. Looking for the run. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, there's the clearance. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That has been slung wide. He is through here. He's going for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Number 10, number 7, coming on the field, number 22.
And it's been taken short.
21. Substitutions taking place.
That is good strength. That's going to go a long way.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Can he get it through? That is good progress on the left. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitution in progress.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Heading backwards. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a cute ball. Still no sign of a breakthrough, which comes as quite a surprise if you consider the gulf in quality between the two teams. Into the last 5 minutes.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And it's made its way to him. Inacio does really well to win the ball there.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Into stoppage time, and it is still goalless. And he's worked it through. And he's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped. And we're done. It is the end of the road. The result simply not good enough. Your reflections then, Jim?
Portugal never looked like they were going to do this for me, Peter. I was never really convinced with the game plan. Either that or they just didn't carry it out very well. The disappointment is there for everyone.
Silence already.
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. Wissa! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good take in a good area. Bernardo Silva! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Portugal break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Masuaku. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Flashes it across. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And it's been taken short. Played in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance. They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Masuaku clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Played out wide. He's found a way through. Elects to cross. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, no joy this time. Katompa Mvumpa. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Twanzebe calmly anticipates. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He is through here. And a chance! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. And he's managed to get free. Wriggles his way through. Ruben Dias. And he's had it nicked away. Aims beyond the defence. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ball comes in. And he's there to belt it away. Diogo Costa breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Katompa Mvumpa. Hangs one in. And that has been knocked clear.
Portugal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Mendes. João Neves. And he shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
João Neves plays it short. Wan-Bissaka gets across and deals with it. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kayembe. Bruno Fernandes. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Can he get on the end of this? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kayembe. Wissa. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Portugal coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Portugal have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Et les voici. Merci à tous d'accueillir nos joueurs.
And we get things going again.
Portugal can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Passing is crisp and shot, surely!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well measured. He's got away. And the shot! That's really well cleared. Now it's Rafael Leao. And it's Mendes. And that has left him in a heap. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. João Neves! Now, who's going to be first to this? Out towards the flank. João Cancelo picks it up out wide. Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Neves. Masuaku gets it away. Rafael Leao being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, he's seen an awful lot of the ball and he's done some very good things with it. Until now, perhaps. He could well be stopped from here.
He has found a way through. That's going to go a long way. Bernardo Silva does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And he's certainly onside here. Tries a shot! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Ruben Dias does well to get it back. Now, who's going to be first to this? Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Ramos. He's in! Must be! Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Kayembe. Spread it left. Looking for options for movement. João Cancelo. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking for the chance for a shot! Oh, Waters, and it's come back out to him. And that's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Ruben Neves. Nicely shaped ball.
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 2 then. João Neves with the short one. Has to go back here. Shot a goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Bruno Fernandes. And he's gone backward here. Oh, he's having a go! And that would have been game, set and match.
Ruben Neves really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Bakambu. João Cancelo deals with that comfortably. And now the breakaway. I think we're just about done here.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And here's Bakambu. Oh, important interception. Sadiki.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
That's an imaginative pass. Floated through. This looks promising. Twanzebe. And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, this was a result that reflected the difference in team strengths.